Hey everyone, my name's Heather and I am heading off to a six stage competition, Action Pistol USPSA. And yeah, why did I get into this? Well, it started off, I started shooting to learn techniques to be able to defend myself and my family, and it's morphed since then into competing. So I'm a mother of two toddlers, fortunate enough that my husband allows me to partake in this sport and watch the kids while I run off and shoot at targets. But yeah, so I wanted to introduce myself. Welcome to my channel. I feel weird doing this. This is definitely out of my wheelhouse, but I think that it's important, one, to show people that no matter the age, you can compete in something this challenging, I guess. And even if you're a family, you have kids, it's a good way to, if you're competitive like me, it's a good avenue to get that out. So I enjoy this immensely. I'm excited to share this content with you. I've posted a lot of shorts, mainly all shorts actually, but I definitely want to get into more video content. I will be breaking down some guns for you, some reviews on everyday carry, what I carry, my competition pistol. I have actually a new competition pistol being created right now by Deep River Customs. Super excited about that. Local to Florida, so it made sense for me to go with Deep River. They're also local here, but this is a competition 2011 pistol. Super excited to get my hands on that and then do a review, and hoping that, granted, you have to have skill to begin with, but hoping that the gun actually helps me a little bit, mainly on grip. I struggle with grip. I'm 5'2", won't share my weight, but I have small hands, so getting my hand around grips and getting a good grip on the gun has been challenging for me. Where I started almost a year ago is I had a Glock 19. That's my first gun I ever purchased. I ran that because that's all I had, and I did okay. Great gun to start off with, but I struggled with the mag release. Kept dropping mags, although you've seen that in other videos too, so it's not just the Glock. I then tested out M&P competition pistol. Great gun, not the gun for me. The grip depth was way too much for my hands. I was having to adjust the grip that I knew to reach the trigger, and honestly, it was a crap show. So then I was lucky enough to borrow a CZ TS2 and try that. Found that was by far the best gun for me at the time, but then was able to handle a custom 2011, again by Deep River, and man, I'll tell you, as soon as I held it, noticeably different on the grip. My hands reached all the way around. I could get good contact with the gun, and so that's why I decided to look into this, because I do struggle with that a lot. And not to say I can't shoot the gun I'm in. The CZ's been a great gun, great stock trigger, but at the end of the day, my grip is inconsistent. So I fire my first round is great. Second round, because of that recoil hits, my grip loosens. And so part of that is practice, right? Part of that is, I think, the grip. So it'll be interesting to see how things change once I get into that gun. So again, super excited. It's basically, I'm hoping, going to be a game changer for me. But again, here I am heading to the match with my CZ, and hopefully I can pull it together today and put some consistent matches together. Some consistent stages together. And I'll let you know how it goes. So I'll check back in after the match is over with. I'll give you an update. I'll post some clips of some of the stages I run. There is a classifier today, as there is on any Sunday that we shoot a match at our local club. So that'll be exciting. Not that I chase a classifier, more chasing fundamentals and skills and of that nature. Try to improve on that. But it's always nice to say you're a B-class shooter, an A-class shooter. A lot of people get hyped up on that. So I'm just trying to do the best I can. Consistently shoot some alphas. Maybe get some alphas on the board today. That would be nice. Yeah. And obviously, the main goal, do not DQ. So that's what those are the things I'm focused on today. But again, I'll check in with you guys soon. Thanks for watching, and I'll be back in a little bit. Alright guys, I am done for the day, and what's the recap? It sucked. For me, it sucked. It wasn't bad. There's some good takeaways, right? But I had a lot of issues in the beginning, a lot of malfunctions. My gun was just failing to load my ammo into the chamber. Come to find out, it definitely is a spring issue. So I changed out my guide rod spring, and no malfunctions after that. So that's good. The second thing, obviously something that I need to work on, is accuracy. It's hard to find a gun I can get a really good grip on and hold it for my second shot. I will say that probably most of my shots are in the A zone. My first shots, my second one's not so much. So how do we get there? It's just going to be a lot of practice on dry firing and maybe some range time, just to make sure my second shot I can maintain that grip. So I do think it'll be a little bit better getting into the 2011. So I'm looking forward to that. But overall, definitely, I had some good moments, but I had some really bad ones today. So it's okay. That happens in this world of competition. I'm not sad about it. Still had a good time. Got to hang out with some friends. And that's all the fun of it, right? So back to the drawing board, back to practicing. But I'll post some reels, good and bad. I'll post some of my good stages, but also some of my not so great stages. And again, the takeaway has to be, that we learn from it and we try to improve and move forward. So thanks for watching, guys. Have a great day.